Hello everybody, my name is Ash. I'm going to bring you some more Dark Souls. So I ran through here to get to Andre of Astora, and I noticed Maiden. She's gone. Where the fuck is she gone? 7 humanity and a pendant. Oh yeah, that's one of the starting items. Doesn't have any use, or maybe it does in the remaster. I just can't be asked bothering to find out. Okay, that's probably just a rapier. Anyway, I went and I didn't level up. Well, I did level up. I leveled up my dex so I can use the Boulder side sword. And I've leveled that up to a +10 now. As well as some of my armor. I've leveled that up. But you'd think Petrus would know what's up. Not Petrus. Oswald. Spoiler alert, it's Petrus. Petrus did it, but... we could talk to the Pardoner right now if we wanted to. And he'll have something to say about the whole thing about Petrus and Rhea. It's also floating from the ground. You can see there. Gives him the illusion of being taller than us. Or maybe he's just Mystic, he's using like Magneto flying skills, like he's got the pose and everything.
Greetings and welcome back. I am pleased to see thee preserving thy humanity.
I have not sinned. Abandoned Covenant. Wait, I thought I joined the Way of White. Oh no, I didn't, did I? Huh. Silly Ash. I could have joined a Covenant whenever I wanted. Talk.
Hast thou acquaintance with Petrus of Thunder? I wager you two has likely found much in common. For is he not too drenched in sin?
I'm not. I haven't sinned yet. How dare you? Anyway, he says shit. And, prompts us to immediately go to, now we can kill Petrus and get the Maiden Astraea's, Maiden Astraea? That's fucking Demon Souls! Ash! Stop with your mixing up your words. The Maiden. Rhea of Forland. Her talisman is obtainable off of him, but you have to kill him, and that's a sin. And we can't have that. So instead, we're just going to make our way to Sen's Fortress because we haven't really got anything left to do in this area. We can't. I mean, there's one boss that we haven't killed yet. Two really, but we don't really need to kill him. And this place is a fucking shithole, so something I like to do. Put a sign down, just in case. You know what? Actually, fuck the signs. Activate this trap, so it kills one of them. Also, you want to make sure those parries are successful. As you can see, these guys are actually taking a lot of damage now. So I'd recommend having a more powerful weapon than what I'm using at the moment. I've got the side sword, but it only does 190 at +10. We don't have much scaling, and we don't have any spells to buff it, so we're kind of in a bad way. Now down there's a lot of Titanite demons down there. The good thing about those Titanite demons is there's 4 of them, but they usually just fight you like one at a time. And if you plan on using a boss weapon, killing these is pretty much part of the playthrough, otherwise you'll have to farm them one in Lost Izalith, and that is quite an annoying farm. So, Proud Knight. Look at that little hidden area. You can't roll through this wall, but you can hit it, so very missable. And what's this? It's the giant that opens the gate when you hear the bells. And he has a lot of health. There we go. And these guys drop Titanite chunks. Again, very handy for getting your weapons to plus 15. I don't have the Ember required to do that yet, so I'm gonna make do. Supposed to be a snake in this room, on that bridge, meeting us. Very bizarre. Yep, down you go. Just walk around that. And 2 large Titanite. Basically, the game's telling you, if you haven't upgraded your weapon by now, here's some fucking freebies. Let's see if I can get this guy to stab the wall. There we go. Still works. You're supposed to use a boulder, but for whatever reason his heavy thrust attack can destroy that thing. Now, I have the master key, so I can do this right now, but you do need a key to open this up in usual situations.
I am Logan. I'm a bit cooped up, as you can see. I have a bright idea. Suppose you set me free. I'm old and empty-handed, but I could repay you with knowledge and sorcery. This place is melting my mind. The inactivity is repressive. Oh, heavens! Thank you. I'm saved, and I'd love to resume my travels. But I must log a few things first, and I owe you a favor. I will return to Firelink Shrine. Speak with me there, so that I may impart my sorcery.
Alright. We need 15 intelligence to get some sorcery off of him, but it's kind of irrelevant once we get to one of the late game areas. Seems good. Okay. Siegmeyer.
Oh ho! Ah, where did you come from? Splendid news, I tell you. Ah, so you see my plight. Yes, indeed. I've run up against a wall, or a ball to be precise. I'm afraid I'm a bit too tough to be outrunning those things. So here I sit in quite a pickle, but who knows? Perhaps we'll have another development. Perhaps I could try some rolling. Bah, no chance. My head would spin.
Alright, so to move him along, we basically have to divert this boulder. Which is fairly easy. Just do it within the natural game progression. Up in here you can get a nice little ring. Ring of steel protection. Ups our physical defense by a little bit. There we go. Well, one of the arrows hit him. Oh shit. Yeah, we came down this way on purpose. What, did he drop something? No, he didn't. Oh, wait, that's the item I just need to pick up. Large soul. Alright. Come through here. And you can get a hollowed NPC here, but since he isn't here, it doesn't matter. We get the Black Sorcerer set and the Sorcery Hush, and that's pretty much the only unique item that's in this fortress, other than, well, a boss soul, but don't count that. So yeah, loot. We've got the Sorcery Hush, which is very good. Well, actually, I can't call it very good, but it's unique and it's the only place to get it. So just make you aware of it. Wait for this boulder to drop down. For it to drop again. Now we're going to wait for this little pit to fill up full of boulders, because we can get access to a very important item for our playthrough here. Like one of the most important items, because we're going to need to do a bit of farming at some point in this game. There we go. Lightning Spear. This Lightning Spear is actually, I don't think I can wield it. No, I can wield it. It's only slightly it's only got 1 point of damage less than what I'm using. Anyway, boulders fill up that hole, and eventually the builder will roll over and just smash through the wall. And that is how you get this unique item here. It's not a unique. Well, it's every ring is unique except for the ring of sacrifices. You can get multiple versions of that, but the gold serpent ring ups our item discovery, and we will be using that to farm for consumables, weapons, and covenant items later on in the game. Anyway, after you come down this way, you can pretty much just run back up this way. And we divert the iron ball into a dead end like that. So all the paths are clear. Siegmeyer can progress through the game. Although, if you backtrack and the fucking ball will change direction by itself, as if it's your first time playing through it. So, you know, be aware of that. But once you unlock the shortcut, it doesn't really matter. Wow, I could have sworn that was well timed. Okay, I did it a bit too early that time. I just fucked the parry. There we go. Oh, did he drop his weapon? Man Serpant Greatsword. Now these Greatswords are actually pretty good. It's a Greatsword, and it has a beam strength, but it is one of the better strength weapons in the game. Like, it's fairly underrated. I mean, the majority of the weapons in this game you can beat the game with. There's just a handful that I would argue are just unusable. Like the whip. Like the whips are just shit tier. Like, don't. Let's go up here. And we've made it to the top of Sen's Fortress. Now, annoyingly, very missable bonfire right here. First time I played this game, I was like getting to the boss, and then winded up dying at the bottom. And going at starting again from the bottom of the fortress, which is ideally not what you want to do. Kill this idiot. Just because I believe in no survivors. We don't actually get anything from killing him, but I do it because I can. Now, earlier in the playthrough I was talking about farming for bolder side swords. These enemies here actually have a higher chance of dropping them. And also a higher chance of dropping their shield, and in fact, these are probably better to farm in general, especially since you've got the gold serpent ring. But they do have a higher chance at dropping, so little chest here. That ring is kind of similar. It's the same. It's pretty much the same as the steel ring of protection, except it's for fire damage rather than physical. That item there is completely useless. It's a sniper crossbow, but what's the point of a sniper if you can't aim it? It just goes to show that this, I don't know how much they changed to this game. I know they added that bonfire to Vamos's area, but I don't know how much they changed. I think there was a few enemies that are a bit wow, I parried him, but I still got pancaked. Good counter damage. There we go. The fuck? Okay, that spirit is a bit too. It's like it was quite opaque when I saw it. Okay, this guy is a unique NPC hollow called Ricard. He drops a unique weapon, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool weapon. He tries to parry you with the buckler, but he has a rapier, and it's fucking. You know, this rapier is really good. Like, I really enjoy using this rapier, especially on a high damage like build. You know, put crystal magic weapon on it and power within, and you just do this boom, 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 boom like that, back to back on a boss, and you see the health just drop immediately. It's pretty fun. Okay, we'll go in here. Get a divine blessing. We don't need that. And a rare ring of sacrifice. We will probably use that later on, because there is unless you're good at doing speedrunning tactics, it's a there is an unskippable death in this game. Yeah, there's a mandatory death in this game. Which I don't mind. I like the way it plays out, but it's kind of inconvenient if you've got souls or humanity on your person. Now we can actually jump across here. And there's actually a merchant in here, the Crestfallen Merchant. And just like Oswald, he's floating above the ground to give you the illusion of him being taller than you.
What? Who are you? Another undead, eh? I took on Sen's fortress alone, but I'm no different from those vile creatures. I was driven by conceit. You think you're different? That you can handle it? Yes, I remember that feeling. For I was the same. So, let me help you out. With your soul searching. There's nothing more to say. I've finished. We're both on the brink, you see. End of story. You bloody fool. Let me give you a nibble of advice. Don't even consider visiting Anor Londo. Not in your state. For a century they've tried and failed. The Night King Rendell, Black Iron Tarkus, and even Logan himself. You won't stand a chance. You'll be eaten alive. But go along if you wish. If only to deepen your despair. Let me give you a... You won't... But...
Okay, this guy sells a couple of items. He sells a large titanite and basic titanite. In Anor Londo, we get a blacksmith that also sells this, but it's slightly more expensive here to buy it. But if you're having trouble, you can use all this to upgrade your weapons, and it's pretty good. I would advise buying the green titanite, and then... Actually, no, I wouldn't, because that would... No, never mind. Ignore what I'm saying. I was going to say green titanite breaks down to large, but green titanite actually breaks down to normal titanite. So, yeah, don't bother with that. Black fire bombs, that's nice. Okay, great swords, boulder shields, you know, he sells these weapons. Pretty good, I guess. Arrows. He sells the onion armor and the steel armor, which is what he's wearing, and what those big giant knights are wearing, and also the boulder armor, which you can also farm, and the thunder and spell defense rings, which we've got the flame plate one on a pickup. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. We already got the flame plate one for free out of a box. See, this stuff, I'll probably go around and buy everything I want during the end game when I've got plenty of souls to fucking burn. Anyway, that cage key. So if we didn't have the master key, we would need to grab this cage key and then go back to Logan to free him. But since we got the master key, we don't have to do the tedious walking back and forward routine, which is excellent. I understand that in this playthrough I'm not being the most time efficient in certain aspects, but I like to try and do things as quickly as possible. Oh, that's it. That being said, I will need to visit the undead prison, undead asylum for a third time, which is kind of embarrassing. Anyway, this cage key. I think you need the cage key to actually unlock this. I don't think the master key works. But you pretty much go in here. And it unlocks a shortcut. It takes you all the way down to the bottom. Go. Anyway, and the other cage went down, so we've got that shortcut unlocked in case you want to go back down into Saint Fortress before going into Anor Londo. I mean, it's totally optional. I mean, we're going to have the ability to warp soon, so it doesn't really matter, but it's a nice convenience to have. First things first, we're going to go up here. Get rid of this guy, because he makes the boss a bit of a pain. There we go. Another chunk. Now we can kill a go through there and kill the Iron Golem. You can see him right there, and I think he's one of the coolest looking bosses. He's just a pushover, which is the case for a lot of these games. You know, the best looking bosses are usually the easiest. Like High Lord Vilnir in Dark Souls 3. You fucking walk through the dark abyss, and then all of a sudden a big skeleton skull is looking at you, and you're like, holy shit, and then it's just a puzzle fight. Because we all know how much we love puzzle fights in our Dark Souls. Soul of a Hero. Soul of Brave Warrior. I wish there was a soul category. That'd make life easy. Also, something I didn't point out on record, should mention. Those tiny souls that I was collecting, they actually give you more souls if you sell them rather than consume them, so I was like being proactive, I guess. Damn it! Well, whatever. Tune. Wrath of Gods. We've got a nice AoE blast attack now. We actually have a miracle that can do damage, which is nice. We'll try and buy as many of them as we can. Now, I restored my humanity for two reasons. One, I want to get the NPC, and two, there might be a Sunbro, and less medals I have to farm for or earn, the better. Bloody hell, there's a lot of fucking people here, isn't there? I'm gonna help these guys out. Look at that guy. He's got fucking... Where's the fucking... There we go. There's the guy with the ball. And he looks... That's a cool looking a guy. I should have become a Sunbro, like, when I went into Anor Londo, because that would have been a bit... That would have been pretty good. Traverse the light, there we go. But yeah. Don't need more than one Sunbro, but I figured I'd help them out by giving them sunlight medals. I'm not doing much damage, am I? There's no way to recover your spells as well once you've used them. Oh, he didn't fall, he just... Oh, wait, now he's fallen. Game wasn't sure whether he was going to fall off the cliff or not. That was good. We get Sunlight Medal, we get his Iron Golem car, which we need 2 of. And as for Sunlight Medals, we only need 4 more. So we're doing alright for ourselves. Also, if we didn't kill that giant, it would have thrown fireballs at us throughout the entire fight. I'm kind of disappointed that Wrath of Gods didn't do that much, but I think it's more down to my talisman and my faith. Once I get to like 40 faith or more, it's gonna wreck. And also in PvP, like, Wrath of Gods is pretty ridiculous. So anyway, that was Sen's Fortress, and reach Anor Londo. There you go, that's a good trophy to finish on. So yeah, that was Anor Londo. Oh, that was Sen's Fortress, and now we're going to do Anor Londo. And something that people might not know is you could actually talk to this guy and return to Sen's Fortress if you're getting overwhelmed by Anor Londo and you want to try and go back and boost yourself a little bit. You can actually walk back and do a walk of shame out of here. But yeah, next episode will be Anor Londo. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.